Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I have been swamped with my schoolwork and I'm sorry about that. But I'm back now and with a new video. Today I want to give you my K-drama recommendations. I have started in the last year watching Korean dramas and I'm very much obsessed with them. I really love them. They're amazing and I can't believe I haven't discovered them sooner. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. The first drama I want to talk to you about is Extraordinary You. This drama came out in 2019 and it's about a comic book world. I know it sounds weird, but it's really amazing. And there is this girl, Ranon, and she becomes self-aware. She realizes that she's a character in a comic book and she's terminally ill and tries to change her fate. In the meantime, she meets this super handsome boy named Haru, who is played by SF9's Ranon. I'm so hoping I'm saying his name correctly. They make the most amazing couple I've ever seen. They're my top favorites. I love them with all my heart. This K-drama totally surprised me. It's amazing. It's super fun and cute, and it's super sad also in some scenes. It's totally worth it to see. It's 32 episodes, but they're colliding to combine 1 hour. And my rating for this one is 10 out of 10. I loved it. It's one of my all-time favorites. Please watch it. The next K-drama I want to talk to you about is also a favorite of mine, and that is Tale of the Nine-Tailed. In this one is starring Lee Dong-wook. I'm so hoping I'm saying his name correctly. He used to play the Reaper in Goblin, and also my favorite actor ever, Kim Boom, who plays the brother. And I will give you a little summary for this so you can understand what this drama is about. It's a story about a fox, basically, who is immortal and fell in love with a human really back in the past, and she died, and he is waiting for her to reincarnate so they can be together again, or at least see her again. That fox's name is Leon and is played by Lee Dong-ho. I'm sorry. And he has a brother half-brother played by Kim Boom, whose name is Liran. He's my absolute favorite. I love him with all of my heart. This drama is really amazing. It's a fantasy and it's really eventful. It has so many plot lines and there are so many other characters also. And the ending was bittersweet. For me personally broke my heart. But I still loved it. It's still one of my favorites and I totally recommend it. 10 out of 10 again for me. The next one I mentioned previously in a small snippet, and that is Goblin. Many people don't like this because of the romance. It has an age gap, but for me it wasn't so bad. After I learned that the actors actually have the same age, it became a little easier for me to watch and I totally got obsessed. So this is about this supernatural creature, Goblin, who is an immortal person who named Kim Sin, who is played by Gu Won. I'm so sorry for the names, I'm terrible. And also it's about this goblin, as I said, who meets this young, naive student, 19 years old, that's what the gap is. And she's supposed to be the goblin's bride, who will rip out the sword from him, who is his torture everlasting, and so he can finally die. But she doesn't know that. She thinks that she's meant to marry a goblin, that's all. And then the Reaper, who wants to kill her because she was supposed to die a long time ago, but the goblin saved her and now it's a whole mess. This drama totally surprised me. The humor is so amazing. It made me laugh so much. It's amazing. The romance, again, total surprise. It's a hit or miss for some people, but for me, I really liked it. It was sweet and cute. At first, it was like, how can you be with him? He always calls you name and he's so cruel. But then, when he lets himself feel, it becomes really cute and sweet romance. And then we have another romance between the Reaper and the person who the girl works for, and it has all these previous lives history also, which is totally amazing. The first episode is kind of difficult to watch because it sets the story, shows us the backstory, what happened in the past, so we know why the goblin has become a goblin. If you manage to watch that, you will totally be able to watch the next episodes. But if you can't even watch the first episode, don't stress yourself. You probably won't manage to see the entire show in that case. This show totally broke my heart. I cried so many times, especially from episode 7 to the last episode. Those were the saddest episodes ever. I have seen it more than 5 times and I'm still crying my eyes out. And again, this drama is 10 out of 10. Most of these dramas will be 10 out of 10, but I'm hoping many of you will like them. The next drama I want to talk to you about is called Ranon, and it's really amazing romance. I have rewatched it about 5 times already, and it's on Netflix, so you can watch it there. It's about this professional athlete named Kim Sok Yeon. I'm terrible with the names. And this professional translator named Miujo. I'm sorry about the names. And it's really incredible how they are so incredibly different, but they click together in so many different ways. Also, the guy has this, not problem, but he isn't aware of how to behave with people because he was alone most of his life. So the woman teaches him all these different kind of situations and how to behave in them, and that is really amazing to watch. Again, this was a 9.75 out of 10, but still amazing. You should definitely watch it. So the next one is perfect for this time of year. The spring is my second favorite season, and I recommend everyone who loves spring to watch this drama. It's amazing, and that is One Spring Night. It's a really sweet story, but has a lot of ups and downs. To give you a better clue what this is about, this is about a librarian woman who dates this other guy, Ji Seok. I'm hoping his name right. Anyway, they have been dating for a long time, about 10 years, I think, 7 years. They haven't ever been this lovey-dovey love kind of stuff. They were from the beginning of the relationship, like they have been dating for a decade. And when Lee Jong-in, that's her name, meets Yoo Ji-ho, who is a pharmacist, it's basically love at first sight. But because she has a boyfriend, they decided to fight their feelings and try to become friends. They start to spend more and more time together, and eventually Lee Jong-in sees that she no longer has feelings for Ji-seok. I'm hoping his name is right, and she tries to break it off with him because he wants to get married, but she doesn't because she doesn't see herself spending her rest of her life with him. And it's more than just her feelings for Yoo Ji-ho. It's just how she wants to be happy. She starts to put her happiness first. Many people will oppose their relationship because Yoo Ji-ho has a child also, and that is considered very inappropriate in Korea, I think, but I'm not sure the customs there. Also, her father is very against the relationship because he wants her to marry Ji-seok so he can keep his job even after retirement. It's kind of selfish in my opinion. The romance is really sweet, and you can see them struggling very much at first because they don't want to admit what they're feeling because they will hurt a lot of people and they don't think it's right. But after a while, they decide to accept their feelings and be with each other, and that is really amazing. And it's really nice to see how the story is developing and the romance and how they fight the parents and the ex-boyfriend who treats her like she cheated but she didn't. And as you can see by my long talk, it's really interesting. You should definitely watch it. This was 10 out of 10 from me. I have watched it already 3 times and I might rewatch it for soon. Now this next one you will definitely have seen around if you surround yourself with Korean news or anything like that, and that is True Beauty. Moon Ga-young plays Ju-young, who is a girl who believes herself to be ugly because all of her classmates at school are bullying her and they treat her like trash, and she finds herself in a very difficult emotional state and tries to heal herself but backs out at the last minute. And then this totally handsome, incredibly handsome young boy shows up named Suho, played by Cha-eun-woo, who is also at the band Astro if you want to check it out. And he saves her because he has experienced the loss of a friend who also killed himself about a year ago, I think. And anyway, she doesn't recognize, she doesn't see because her glasses fell out, and they talk, and then she transfers schools to where the boy also goes, and they meet again, but she doesn't know that he knows that she is the girl from the roof because she changed her appearance with makeup and tries to conceal her true face because she is afraid that they will treat her like in her at school. And then there is this other guy. I'm not sure what the actor is named because I can't pronounce it at all. I'm sorry, but most of you know him. But the character is named Isha John, and I really loved his character. But I'm Team Suho. But I really loved this drama. It was very cute, and the high school theme was really nice, and the suicide talk was really good to watch. It was full with emotional trouble and mental illness, and it was really interesting to watch. Also, the ending was really cool. I really loved it, except for one thing. Most of you agree with me about Sujeon. I was really disappointed with that, but other than that, I really loved it. 10 out of 10. Now, this next drama is the first K-drama I ever watched, and that was last year, and I'm still in love with it, and that It's Okay to Not Be Okay, and it also exists on Netflix. You can watch it there. And this is also deals with mental illness. There is this nurse, Moon Ga-tae, who has an autistic brother named Gante, and he meets this girl named Moon Young. I hope I'm saying her name right. I'm not sure how either of the actors' names are pronounced. I'm very sorry, but this drama is this nurse and this girl and the boy have a shared past, and it's really traumatic. The boy's mother was murdered when they were young, and they ran away because his brother witnessed it, but he can't really say who did it because he's autistic, and they have to move around all the time because he gets these nightmares about this butterfly who is the woman who killed their mother. And then there is this girl who has antisocial behavior disorder. I'm hoping I'm saying this right. I'm not an expert, but she has trouble with empathizing with people, basically. And she meets again because they have met in the past, Moon Ga-tae, and they become close, but he's very hesitant about starting something with her because he doesn't want to take care of any more people. Then he just wants people to love him and take care of him because he has been through so much, and it's super tough with his brother, and it's really sad to see all this play out. But in the end, the brother really steps up and becomes like a big brother, like it was supposed to be from the beginning, and it's really emotional and really amazing. And you should definitely watch it. 9.5 out of 10 for me. The next one is The King, the Eternal Monarch, and that is also in 2020 drama, and plays Lee Miho. I'm sorry about the names. And the girl who was studying Goblin also plays in this one. Many people don't like this drama because it deals with parallel worlds, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna like this either because I really hate these types of movies, series, anything like that because it's really confusing. But they did it so well, and I really enjoyed it. I have rewatched like 4 times. The romance is really amazing. They really define the long-term relationship between them. I mean, if they can work it out, everyone should be able to work it out. And it also deals with a little bit time travel, which it was a little confusing again, but still it was really interesting, and the magical aspect of it was really interesting to see, and how all the past history and the different worlds change their history is really interesting, and I really loved it. The romance was amazing, I really loved it, but at times I thought that the girl was hating the guy, but in fact she was kind of like, she's a cold person, so she doesn't show her affection very often. Again, 9.5 out of 10. This next one is Strong Woman do Boksoon, and many people have recommended this to me, and I'm so happy I watched it. She's starring my favorite K-drama actress, Park Bo-young. She's adorable, cute, she's everything. You should watch every drama she makes. Soon she will, a drama with her will be released named Duma to Servers. I think it's 10 of May, 6th of May, something like that. You should check it out. This is a romance comedy drama to say. It's about this girl who has this superhuman strength, but who has been passed down to the woman, to her family through generations, to mother, daughter, and grandma, etc. And she meets this super handsome CEO who is played by Park Hye-sik. I'm hoping I'm saying his right now. And they start working together. She is his bodyguard because he has receiving threats in regard his new position as a CEO for his father's company. Then there is this police officer named I'm sorry, I was going to say the wrong name. I don't remember it, I'm sorry. But she has a long crush with him, and he has also a crush for her, but he doesn't realize it until it's too late. For me, I'm totally shipping the couple between Boksoon and the CEO. They are so adorable. They are the best couple ever. They are all on my top 5. They're incredible. This drama is super funny and cute, but the comedy aspect of it was kind of weird for me because it was the gross kind of comedy. I mean, she punches him and his teeth fall out. It was that kind of stuff. But there is also a criminal who is abducting women so he can make them his brides, and he's Boksoon arch enemy sort of, and she tries to stop him throughout the drama, and it's really interesting to watch. This is 10 out of 10 for me. This next one is really popular, and that's W2 Worlds. Many people have recommended this to me, and it took me so long to get finally into it because it was really hard for me to finally pick up the courage to start it, because it was like a comic plotline, and I wasn't sure if anything could top Extraordinary You for me, but this came really close. this is about a woman who is a doctor, and she comes home one day and her father is missing, and she gets pulled into this famous comic that exists in her world called W, and she's found with a person in front of her dying, and that is Kancho, who is the protagonist. I'm sorry, but I can't say the name of the actor, I'm really sorry. And she saves him, and then suddenly she gets pulled back into the real world, and she's wondering if she imagined it, but her hands are bloody, and she finds herself reading the next chapter of the comic book and sees herself inside saving Kancho, and she's worried that she's gone crazy. And then her father is planning to kill him, but she saves him again and stays inside the comic book to help him. And this goes on for the entire drama, but then other stuff happens too, but I can tell you about it because it will ruin it for you. It's super dramatic, and the romance is really cute and so heartbreaking in some moments, but the two actors have incredible chemistry and definitely worth watching. This is a 9.5 for me. It couldn't be a complete list without adding a drama for Park Young. I'm hoping I'm saying her name correctly, and that drama is What's Wrong with Secretary Kim. Many people have always recommended this to me, and I was hesitant because the hype isn't always right, but for this I have to say it is. It's really amazing drama because there is this abduction when they were young, and then she comes to work with this really powerful CEO and becomes his secretary, but they don't even remember each other, and they fall in love, and it's really amazing to see this dynamic work romance, and they're really a fun duo to see. They are really good together. And this was a 9.5 for me. I'm not sure my rating yet. The next one is Love Struck in the City, and that drama is starring Jang Ji-wook. I'm hoping I'm saying his name correctly, and I really love his drama. He's an amazing actor. This was a really interesting drama. I have saved all the episodes to watch together because I didn't want to wait each week to see them. This also is on Netflix if you want to see it, and it's kind of like a documentary about couples, and then there is this guy who goes to the beach to have a holiday and falls in love with this sweet young girl named Yusona, and they get married, but then she leaves him, and and 1 year later he is so heartbroken by grief, and he can't even work. He's drinking all the time, and he's a mess basically. He has searched for her for a long time, but he can't find her because her real name is Liuno, and she was under disguise there because she was running away from her problems. And when she found him, but then she realized that she knows his cousin, so when they broke up, when he left to go back to work, she never reached back to talk to him. She basically dumped him, and the worst form of catfish. But the romance is really good, but for the entire drama, I really hate the girl because she treats him like it's his fault, who is a mess. I mean, he tries to find her, and he's still wanting his wedding ring, and he's asking her why did he do that, why, and she tries to come out on top of it, and it's really annoying. Other than that, I really loved it. 8.5 out of 10 for me. Now, I wanted to, this list is complete, but I wanted to add 2 K-dramas that I'm currently watching, and I think they are incredible and everyone should watch. The first one is Law School, and this one is the new K-drama that Kim Bom is starring in. And of course I started for him, but it was really interesting to see. And from the first episode I was hooked. Everyone should see it. They have a mock trial in this law school, and suddenly there is this murder of their professor, and some of the students are suspects and the teacher is a suspect, and they show us what in dual timelines, one before and one after, and it's really interesting to see who is they said who is the murderer, and really interesting. Currently there are 5 or 6 episodes out, but you should definitely see it. The next one is Vincenzo, which is completing today. It will air episode 20. And I'm really excited, but I'm also scared to see that, because this has become my obsession for the last month. I really loved this series, this drama. Song Soo Ki, I'm hoping I'm saying his name correctly, is playing Vincenzo, who is a mafia lawyer and who is fighting with Ja Hon Yang. Oh, I'm sorry. For this evil corporation they fight against, because they killed her father and they try to get justice. And it's really amazing. Everyone should watch it, especially now that the episodes will be complete. You will have it all and you don't have to wait each week to get the episodes like me. And I'm hoping you will love all of this. So that's it for my video. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe and stick around for more, and I will see you in my next video very soon. Bye.